So we see that this week on Married at First Sight, season 12, episode 9, we have yet another unnecessary meeting between Chris and Paige. Can somebody please tell me what's going on? Because I'm actually quite confused at this point. I'm kind of like, what's happening here? Let's talk about it, guys. Welcome in. Hello, everybody. My name is Brittany, and you are watching the Fruitful Wife channel. I am your marriage cheerleader. And on this channel, you get marriage advice, marriage inspiration, marriage motivation, and I also review TV shows about what? You guessed it, marriage. So if that sounds like something that you are interested in, I would absolutely love for you to hit that subscribe button and join the Fruitful family tree. I'm actually literally like less than 20 subscribers away from hitting 3K. And I would love for you to help me get there. And I want to thank you, special thank you to those who have helped me get there thus far. So, y'all, it is in the middle of the night. Just finished watching Married at First Sight season 12, episode 9. And it just seems like it was mainly, the men just acting up on this episode. I mean, I'm confused about a couple of things, and I was hoping that you guys would kind of help me out, give me some clarity on what's going on. Yeah. So Chris and Paige and this whole meetup, I'm convinced. Like, there's been a lot of speculation. First, it was like, Chris is in this, right? Then it's like Chris and his fiance did this for money and clout. And then, you hear speculations about Chris's ex-fiance, right? Lying to him. And then, but I mean, after seeing how Paige has really just handled this, I'm like, everybody in on this. At this point, to me, it's like everybody in it. In it. Chris, Mercedes, Paige, they're all in cahoots. This is all about the dollar bill because I just it's hard for me to believe, you guys, that Paige is really doing this like this. I'm really speechless, y'all. I'm really at a loss for words. Even when they were on the rooftop, she was having a peach sangria, honey. Chris came and was like, I was mad at you. First of all, Chris, I don't want to hear you talking about you being mad at anybody. I just feel like you don't have a right to emote at this point. You really don't. Maybe that's just me, but I feel like, Chris, you don't have a right to emote after all of the foolishness, frustration, and drama that you put everybody through. But the fact that he called that girl there, sat in front of her face, and then said, I have no new revelations for you since the last time we met. Can somebody? So, Paige gets up, walks over to. Can somebody? Oh, okay. I'm trying to wrap my head around it, y'all. Hold on, okay. So she gets up, she's like, I'm done with this, blah, 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 blah. She goes over to the producers. Why? I don't know. I don't understand. And then the producers send her back in. Okay. I'm mad at everybody. I am mad at everybody. They sent her back in and then to tell them, well, don't call me anymore. First of all, producers, y'all are full of jelly beans. Let me tell you why. Because if that was really what you wanted her to do, then y'all wouldn't be setting up, filming this whole thing. I mean, producers there, cameramen there, guy holding the microphone muff is there. Y'all love this. So you send Paige back in, and what? She said he goes into this, I'm scared. I just don't know. I mean, I just, I'm scared that somebody else is going to raise my child. What if I don't get to see? Fine. Be scared. That's your right. Right? But then he comes with the infamous phrase, right? I'm afraid that I'm going to fall in love with you. The same thing he said last time that made her melt before he completely walked off, right? He completely walked off. Then next time he saw her, he had his baby mama. So he asked Paige, well, Paige, what do you want? Paige, this was your opportunity to say once again that little catchphrase. Paige been so proud of herself, right? Paige been so proud of herself. She telling everybody, right? And I told him, I just feel like this relationship no longer serves me. Yes. And you know what I said to him? I said, and I believe that this relationship no longer serves me. And then after he said that, then you know what I said? I said, I no longer believe this relationship serves me. Like, she's so proud of herself, honey, that she told them that this relationship no longer serves. She was proud of herself. And I was like, well, tell him again, honey, when he asks what you want, say, I want you to leave me alone because this relationship no longer serves me. You know what I'm saying? Like, she done told everybody. She done told the pastor. She done told the girl. She done told the guy. She done called her mama and said it. She done told the producer. She done told Chris and Mercedes. She proud of that one-liner. Well, ma'am, you should have said it again. And she said, I want you to give us a chance. All right, Jacob and Haley. So Jacob and Haley are just having a tug of war in this marriage. And I kind of feel sorry because it's like one hardened heart after another. It's like, okay, I'll let my guards down a little bit. Hardened heart. Okay, well, I'll let my guard down a little bit. Hardened heart. Then I'll let my guard down a little bit. Hardened heart. And it's just like, oh my God, Jacob and Haley, I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. I don't understand it. I'm like, what's happening, right? What's happening? Because he's like, he want to be with her. She's like, I'm not attracted to you. Well, actually, I don't think she said that she wasn't attracted to him. I guess she was kind of like, well, I don't know. And he took that as a no. And his ego was damaged. His ego was bruised. But guess what? She is where she is. I don't understand. Like, do you want her to lie to you? But you mad? When she hold back, you mad. When she tell the truth, you just mad. You mad because things are not playing out how you calculated them, right? Things are not playing out how you desired them to. And so now, because she isn't, on your page the way you think that she should be, now you're threatening her pretty much. Well, I don't think this is going to work, and I just can't. And this, okay, Jacob. I mean, if there was any hint of a chance, you keep dwindling it down to a little nub, sir. You keep dwindling it down to a little nub. You know them little pencils, how they get down to a nub? He dwindling that pencil. He keep on putting it in that pencil sharpener and turning that thing. Haley ain't gonna be nothing but a nub by the time he threw with her. And she made a kind gesture, bought him some really nice clothes. He said that he liked them, but he could not. He had to continue to harp on the fact that she said that she wasn't quite sure whether she was attracted to him or not, right? And so I'm kind of like, oh. All right. Haley, I'm just really not sure about Haley. I'm not sure what Haley wants. I'm not sure, I can understand Jacob's confusion, but Jacob ain't making it no easier either. I mean, just everything is just this wild jump. Like whoever hurt him really did a number on him. Because I mean, them insecurities, they popping out like Clara's. You hear me? How Clara was on the wedding day, all of a sudden everything was wrong. When she got that nice note from Ryan, I'm like, Jacob, calm down, sir. Calm down. It's okay, Bookie. Yeah. I don't know. And it seems like they're really, it's like they're trying, not trying, trying, not trying. I just really want to see some consistency with them. I really want to see them on the same page, on one accord. I really want to see, them stop being scaredy cats. You know what I'm saying? That's what they seem like. They seem like they're scaredy cats at this point. So, Clara and Ryan. Clara is very interesting to me because she says all of these things about Ryan, how he has his guards up. He's not very vulnerable, right? He won't open up to me, all of those things that she's kind of mentioned, right? And then he takes you out, because you tell him that, what will help you fall in love is for someone to listen. And so he listens. He takes you to get donuts because, you love donuts, which I thought was awesome. But he begins to be vulnerable with you in his own way, because he admits in the episode that it is very hard for him to trust people. So he takes you and then he begins to open himself up, or the beginnings of it, right? It's a start. No, he's not telling you about his greatest, fears or anything like that, but he begins to open up with you by talking about purpose and why he wants to get up and push and press. And then after all of that, yeah, he was a little long-winded, but guess what? He seems like the type of guy who normally doesn't talk like that. He doesn't seem like he really just goes on and on like that. So it seems like he was really trying to get somewhere with you. And you shoot him down, Clara. You shot him down. And I felt sorry for Ryan, because she was kind of like, well, this is like a motivational seminar or something. Like, come eat these free donuts while I give you self-help talk. And I'm like, whoa. And you actually desire that sometime in the future that this man will say, I love you. And that's what you do. You gotta realize that most men, they come guarded. Most men. Most men. And then if you know that he's the type of person who is guarded, then you have to be very careful when they begin to open up with you. I just thought that was just wow. You know what I'm saying? I thought that that was just like, wow, Claire, you messed up on that one. You messed up. She messed up. She messed up. And you know, men, when they feel shut down like that after expressing themselves, you won't get too many more opportunities to hear their heart. And that is just an experience of mine that I've seen with men, that you know, if a man is vulnerable with you or begins to open up, you have to be very careful how you receive the information that they're giving. Because if they feel like their vulnerability isn't safe with you, then you will not get too many more opportunities to hear their vulnerability come through, especially in their conversations. So I just wasn't happy. I understand that Claire is sexually frustrated. I understand that she's ready to be intimate with her husband. I get it. I get it. And she says, you know, she's kind of on Ryan's timeline, which I feel like you have to be on the timeline of the slower one. No, should they just be inconsiderate of your feelings? No. But then again, if you're feeling some type of way, you're the one who's continuing to serve him even though he's not reciprocating. That's on you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about these two. I'm not really sure about these two. And you know, Claire went from saying they were absolutely perfect, they have everything in common, to now saying that they're two completely different people. But you knew that from the beginning, boo. He pretty much made that clear to you. But I don't think that anything's over, of course. And I hope to see them kind of grow. But Claire's patience, it needs work for real, right? Okay, so let's talk about Vincent and Brianna. Vincent, in one part of the episode, had me smiling and cheesing and grinning for Brianna. He was so cool eating his chips and guacamole, came home, decided to use the little board, and was like, we're going to do 4 Spanish words a day because I want you to get comfortable speaking my native language. I thought that was such an awesome idea. She seemed excited. And then he remembered, even from the wedding, that she wanted a bicycle, went and got her a bicycle, and actually, you know, made it nice and light up, and then even ordered a basket for Cookie to get in. I said, come on, Vince. And just as equally as I was cheesing, was as equally as I was cringing. So they took salsa lessons. Brianna surprised Vincent with salsa lessons. They went. Vincent is more, he's from Dominican Republic, and he likes to bachata, right? I hope I said that right. He likes to do a dance called the bachata, and they were learning salsa. So it's a different dance, and I guess he was embarrassed that he wasn't getting the moves as quickly, and the class wasn't going as smoothly as he would like for it to. He was cursing a lot. Every time he messed up, he said a curse word. He was getting flustered. He was getting frustrated, instead of not taking himself so seriously and just enjoying this experience. And then when Brianna kind of tried to troubleshoot what was going on, you know, he really just had another temper tantrum. And, you know, I just feel like he is one extreme or the other. either he's like being super sweet and kind. I mean, they were even one of the couples who shared that they love each other, right? They said I love you to each other during this episode, and it was just so romantic and sweet. And then next time, you're it's very extreme. Very extreme. It's the opposite of the other. Is there any middle ground for Vincent? I wonder. And I just felt like that wasn't, and I did a let's argue, and I said Vincent needs a baba and a blanket instead of a wife. And everybody came to me in the comments, no, he acted like that because Brianna is this. Brianna talked too much. Brianna is controlling. She's bossy. She's draining. I saw a lot of that, and I get that, and I understand, and I'm not saying that I disagree, but in this instance, it had absolutely nothing to do with Brianna. So what's the excuse now? It had absolutely not. Brianna didn't boss him around. She didn't do none of that. Brianna has actually been eggshell Edna this whole episode, right? She's been tiptoeing for Champagne Benny because she don't want no more problems, right? You can see the tiptoe in her. Even the way she's kind of pausing, to form her words. She been tiptoeing. Tiptoe Tammy is what Brianna was this episode, and still Vincent had a tantrum. So what is the issue now, y'all? And no, nobody's perfect. No, I'm not saying that they're not going to work out. I hope they do make it. But come on here. Maturity is definitely an issue. And if y'all don't see that now, then I guess y'all just ain't going to see it, right? Yeah. Yeah. They need more work and more concentration on communication skills. And I think if Vincent gets him a really good therapist to help identify some of those issues of embarrassment, even rejection, those insecurities, and finds a way to better articulate his emotions, I think that he'll be just fine. Let's talk about Eric and Virginia, who was a second couple this episode who shared those 3 words, I love you. So on this episode, Eric actually went out for his job. He's back, I was gonna say on the road, in the sky maybe, but he's back to doing his job. He's an airplane pilot. And Virginia, which is so interesting because she was talking about how she needed her space. I need my space. But then when he left, she said that the communication wasn't what she expected because, Eric is like, hey, he's controlling and like, I want you to text me every hour, 2 hours, call me, tell me where you are, where you're going. But he didn't return that for her, which I thought it was interesting. I was like, so Virginia, did you want that because he wanted that from you? Or did you really want that because you were truly concerned and you were missing him? I was kind of confused because she said that she kind of wanted her space. I thought that this would be a great time for her to go out and do all her foolishness that she likes to do. But it didn't seem like she was too happy that she was going. I guess it's a good thing that she missed him. I'm not saying that it's bad that, she wished that she had more time with her husband. I actually find that to be a great thing. But she's confusing me. She's confusing me. I think that it's interesting how she was very open when she shared with Eric that her experience of watching marriage was very different, that her parents were not a good example of what lasting marriage and love was, and that the only example that she saw of commitment was between the civil union of her sister and her sister's partner. And of course, Eric's parents has had longevity, 39 years of marriage, which doesn't always mean that it's a good example. People stay together and be having trash marriages. Like, that's for real. But, again, we see Eric kind of going into daddy and teacher mode more than, lover and husband mode. And, I want to know why you're really doing this. But I guess, it's so much, it's so layered, it's so complicated. I'm just going to have to do a video on each couple and kind of just drop what I think about each one, because nobody's perfect on either side, right? Nobody has it together. Not one person is like, oh, I got it, but the other one needs to work on it. It seems like everybody kind of has issues, which, that's how it really works. In a real marriage, both people have things they really need to work on. And if they don't take hold to making that change, it could be detrimental to the marriage. So I thought that was interesting. I wanted to go back to Chris and Paige. When Paige met up with Pastor Dwight, I believe Dwight is his name. I don't know how I feel about that meetup, y'all. I don't agree with it. I really don't. I don't agree with Pastor Dwight, one, reaching out to Paige. I don't agree, two, and my husband said this, and the more I think about it, the more I agree with it. I also don't agree with how he let out the information that there was another engagement before Mercedes. I didn't like that. I didn't like how he kind of talked about Chris to Paige. I don't like, and especially because he is not her pastor. I don't know if I agree with it. Not saying that what he said wasn't right or that I didn't agree with some of the points that he made, but I just feel like it was out of order. I feel like it was out of order. I probably would have liked to see Pastor Dwight's wife along with him as well. I would have liked to see maybe Pastor Dwight make an effort to see both of them at the same time, and you keep that same energy of what you're saying about Chris in front of Chris. And I feel like Paige was really kind of trying to shut it down and was like, well, hey, there's a lot of speculation that I don't really know, and I just don't want to continue to talk about it. But yet he continued to explore it. It didn't go over well with me. It didn't go over well with me. Tell me what you think in the comments, you guys. Of course, I'm going to come back with some Let's Argue. And the point of Let's Argue is to give you guys unpopular opinions. So please, guys, don't be taking it too seriously. Y'all are extra. Calm down. All right? So thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end of this video, I just want to say thank you. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. I would absolutely love and appreciate you doing that. I want to give a shout out to Courtney Omega, who sent me a lovely handwritten note and some beautiful sunflower seeds. Just to reach out. She's a YouTuber, and I am just so grateful for people in this YouTube community reaching out and connecting. Thank you, Courtney, for the absolutely special note and gift. And another shout out, I want to give a shout out to Yolanda Rivera, and she is actually the owner of Yo Sparkles Accessories. She sent me 3 beautiful pieces of jewelry, absolutely stunning, absolutely amazing, and just wrote me a really beautiful handwritten note. Thank you, Yolanda. I was absolutely just honored to receive that from you. I was absolutely grateful that you would even think of me. And that was such a blessing. And I've already worn 2 out of 3 of the pieces, and I can't wait to wear the 3rd. Thank you, Yolanda Rivera, aka Yo Sparkles. Y'all go check her accessory business out, you guys. If you guys made it to the end of this video, let's see, what do I want y'all to comment? I want you to comment what's wrong with them. Because everybody got, I mean, every single person got some issues. And I'm like, what's wrong with these people? So if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. Type what's wrong with them. All right. I love you guys, and I look forward to dropping some more videos for you. All right. Until next time, be fruitful and multiply. Bye.